Hello everybody, I hope you're doing good today. This video may contain copyrighted images being used underneath Fair Use Act for educational purposes. I'm back. And no annoying 3-minute intros here, so let's get right to it. Nathan Oakley had his live stream the other day. I'll leave the link down below. In which they were doing damage control for the head potato, or I should say potato head, Patricia Steer, and IPS. And they had 3 or 4 people backing them up and, you know, providing moral support for their immoral lies. Because that's all it was 2 hours of lies. So let's get started. First off, Patricia blames me and others of not being real flat earthers. We're just flat earthers by name. So let's listen to this hypocritical nonsense here.
You know what's weird? The people that do the infighting, they're not even flat earthers. I was thinking about that the other day.
Let's see what she has to say now.
I purposely sometimes admittedly provoke trolls.
What the fuck? She must be a flat earther in name only. She's doing the infighting. Let's listen to this again.
You know what's weird? The people that do the infighting, they're not even flat earthers. I was thinking about that the other day.
What was that, Patricia? Huh?
I purposely sometimes admittedly provoke trolls.
Do you see the hypocrisy here? Now let me tell you, in this hour and 50-minute film or live stream, this is the only truth throughout the whole show, is what Patricia just said right here. She provokes people. She causes the infighting. And she is only a flat earther by name and for the money. She could sit here and claim she doesn't get paid. And then she uses the excuse, we can't prove she's getting paid. Of course we can't. But it's that obvious. Because you're not spending $3,000 to fly to the UK first class to show up for a meet and greet for 5 minutes and then go back to your hotel room for a massage claiming you were sick. You're not going to pay for that. You're not going to pay for the $2,000 you spent for the mixer in Seattle, in which you probably flew there in first class, stayed in first class accommodations at a hotel, or maybe at Mark's house. Who knows? So, you're not paying for all this, Patricia. You're being paid to do this. It's that obvious. And it's that obvious that you were lying throughout this show. I just proved that right from the get-go. You're here to cause dysfunction in the flat earth community. And anybody that calls you out for it is a troll. What a bunch of bullshit. You're not a head potato. You're a potato head. So think about that the next time you look in the mirror and you criticize other people for the way they look. Anyways, let's keep going here. Because Patricia makes a comment about violent threats from the trolls.
All right, there's people within the flat earth community who have done things on their shows, on their videos, where they've said that they were going to very violently beat others up.
Yeah, Patricia, IPS does it on the regular. And you support it. You approve of it. And in fact, you said if he sends me death threats, I deserved it for something I said or said on YouTube. Imagine that. For something I said on YouTube that he doesn't like, I deserve the death threats. That came from you, Patricia. Let's keep on going here, folks. Yeah, man. The truth hurts, doesn't it, Patricia? Because it showed on your face throughout this whole show. In fact, you went right and made you a drink when Nathan started his post-show. And I seen you gulping that drink. You're living in misery. And it makes me happy. So, anyways, let's move along. Here's Nathan Oakley, and they bring up the subject of Daphne. Now, I only know a little bit about this, but I know enough to know when Patricia's lying. So let's listen.
Just vicious, nasty bitch. That's why.
Yeah, I don't even know why, because nobody hurt Daphne Rimmel. Nobody tried to stop Daphne Rimmel. You interviewed her.
We
Mark
were all,
interviewed
hey,
her.
man, cool.
We were in the chat
Daphne.
going, awesome.
This lady over there in the red, I don't know who she is, but she's like the peanut gallery, because that's all she does is just cheering on Patricia and Nathan throughout this whole show. She's ridiculous. Let's keep listening.
Awesome. We loved what she was talking about. We were very supportive, and then all of a sudden, bam, she flipped. I think I pinned that one to having some kind of injury in her psyche from childhood. I pin it to that. Now, do I know that to be true? Yes, because she did say in her interviews that her mother was a prostitute, and she said these things openly. So I'm thinking maybe some of that stuff scarred her to cause her to be so angry and make all these false accusations. Or
unpredictability. That's what that,
yeah.
If you have a childhood like that, that will create unpredictability.
Yes, but does that excuse you from being a bad person to others who were only trying to be nice to you?
I think she probably made all that shit up. She's, as likely to have made
that's
about her mother as about you.
She could have made up that her mother was those things.
Yeah.
Just like she's made up
Maybe have that presupposition and give her a bit of sympathy because she's had a hard life, and maybe that's a reason to excuse her. Sod that. She's just a nasty, vicious bitch.
Yeah. And then
Yeah. Okay, I'm down with that. I'll agree. She's been very nasty to very good people who only offered her support and created these weird lies, intricate lies in which...
Intricate lies. No, Patricia, this is what you're creating. In fact, you created intricate lies claiming you took your cats in and they accidentally came back with all of them declawed. That's an intricate lie, Patricia. Like I said, the only truth you told throughout this whole show was you provoke people on purpose. Because your job isn't to bring people together, it's to keep us divided. Just utter nonsense, Patricia. That's why I was laughing at you in the chat room. Because this is clearly damage control and you clearly failed. And I'm not going anywhere, Patricia. I'm here to stay. You don't like it, it's time to call your boss up and tell him to reassign you. Reassign you to the Rainbow Coalition. Because that's probably where you'll be the most effective. Anyways, let's keep going here. Nathan asks IPS a question. Let's listen.
Just update on Flat Earth Reset.
He asks, what's the latest on Flat Earth Reset?
Oh, yeah. Well, I just kind of gave him an olive branch. I just basically said, hey, you're spending a lot of time talking about me, and it's like, he's got other things in his life, I'm sure. But I'm talking the rate of 3 videos a day.
I don't make 3 videos a day. And yeah, he extended me some death threats and then called me a pussy for not meeting him. How ridiculous is that? But it's the truth. Let's keep going here.
It's been going on for months, and I'm like, listen, I'll fly out there if you want to have a conversation. If you feel threatened, we'll have the police there. And let's just, accuse me of being a witch and everything else. Let's just get it out and move on. Because it's a huge waste of time. And my take on it is that if he refuses my offer, then I'm no longer obligated to respond to any of his claims or comments or videos, because at that point he's opted out of rational discourse in favor of gossip and slander, protected, of course, by the monitor and the distance and the anonymity.
Yeah.
As painful as it may be, can you fill us, or the audience more importantly, on what kind of shit you're actually receiving from this monster?
Yeah, you see, I've been self-employed since 2007, a little before that even, but selling my artwork, and I have, to my name, to my record, through my PayPal accounts, more than 13,000 orders that I personally fulfilled. I've never stolen, never ripped anybody off, no traffic tickets. You know, I'm a model citizen. And so I have this guy out of nowhere call me a fraud, saying that I'm stealing money from GoFundMe accounts, making up this huge caricature that it's some kind of big scam. And it's like, it's absurd. But the absurdity is so bad that he formed a whole coalition of people trying to expose me as a fraud and a witch. I mean, it's literally a witch hunt. But
Yeah.
I laughed at it until he got to one of my former customers who bought some art and commissioned some work. And this guy was so incensed that he found out that I was this big fraud that he went to PayPal and he got refunded on all of his purchases. So one day I woke up, you know, almost $3,000 less than I had before I went to bed.
Do you see this? Patricia's looking down all the time. You know why she's looking down? Because I'm in chat, and I'm letting them have it. And it triggered her out throughout this show. Like I said, she went straight to the bottle after Nathan closed his show off. So anyways, you hear IPS is bullshit, and his story keeps changing. Because now the guy, first he said the guy threw away a painting that he bought from IPS and then claimed a refund against PayPal. Then IPS turns around and says, oh, the guy claims he didn't receive the painting, and because of the video I made, the guy requested a refund. And then the amount went from $2,000 to $2,500. Now it's up to $3,000. And as you heard IPS, the guy asked for a refund on all of his artwork that he bought. The story just keeps on changing. The lies just keep on growing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And they got the nerve to make this video. You know, I was laughing the whole time because this is just a big fail on their part. In fact, I bet you Mark's pissed off at him about this. So anyways, this is 12 minutes long, and there's going to be a part 2. So make sure you join me tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody.